Thank you very much for watching, and today I have bunch of contactors here. Actually, it's not really a bunch, but 4 contactors here, and I just want to show you various types of auxiliaries and how you mount them and how you dismount them. These stuff here, these auxiliaries, they are inevitable if you're dealing with contactors. Now, for example, if you look at now at this contactor, it's a 4-pole contactor, and for example, if you're using it for 3-phase, you would normally have 3 line here, like you're supplying a motor. You have 1, 2, 3 for 3-phase, and then if your motor was running on a direct online starter, then it means that you only require 1 normally open for you to be able to complete that circuit, and that's what you have to do here. You might not need that, but in the situation where you're running, you might be running maybe 3-phase 4-wire and a neutral perhaps, and then so you need an auxiliary. So that's when you have to employ in this these auxiliaries. Also, when you're dealing with the panel, when you're dealing with these contactors, especially the starters. Now, for example, even if you're doing a direct online starter, you would want to have some indicators, panel lights. For example, the light that will be on, which will indicate that the circuit is running, the one which will indicate that the circuit is in stop mode, you know, and then the one. So all those indicator lights, you'll have to use auxiliaries, because now, for example, if you had this light, an indicator light on, and it should be on when the circuit is not running, for example, then definitely you have to use it normally closed. You will need it such that every time the circuit is engaged, it will cut the circuit here through this normally closed. It will disconnect it. Okay, now I have here 4 contactors, actually 2 ABB, and then I have Chint, and then I have this one here. It's called a Baji. I'm not very sure, but maybe it might be India make. And I also have different types of auxiliary. Now I have one auxiliary here from Chint, and let's start with this. This is a 40 amps contactor. Now the beauty of these auxiliaries is that they are made in a standard way that whether the contactor is small or big, it will still connect. Now, for example, I have these 2 contactors. They are different. They are from different manufacturers, and if you are able to see, this is a Chint, and I will have to mount it here. Now, when you're mounting, you have to look at these rails. They should match the rails that are here. When you're doing that, these rails, they should match these ones. So when you're inserting it, you must insert it like that. Like that. Then you insert it, then it will lock. You hear the clicking sound. So if you test it, we don't use power, but at least you see that the auxiliary contacts are moving when you press the main contactor. Yep. So removing it, it has a white contact here. This white pop-up stuff here, you have to lift it up and then you slide it backward and then to come off. Then equally so, the terminals here are standard. Now equally so, you still have this one, and then you do the same thing like we did in the first one, and then it locks. And also, if you try to press it, you real here, you see it shows that the contacts moves. It's the main contactor that lock in the moving part of an auxiliary so that they can move together. When the contact engages, the auxiliary also do for you what you want. Now they have various type of them. Now this is also a different type, but you see it can still, you know, be used on each one of these. Okay, now when you come to ABB, we have these contactors here. If you look at that, they have different sizes, but this is it's auxiliary. These are both normally closed, but essentially you would have these depending on what you need, normally closed and normally open, depending on what you want. Now normally to reduce on the cost, you would have something like this, that it has got 4 poles, and if your circuit is very much detailed, you can use something like this. But if you're going to do something like a forward and reverse starter, then you only need one of these for interlocking, to interlock your circuits. So you'll have one of these. This one also, it is the same thing. When you're locking it, you must pass it through from the white stuff, where the white is. Now down here it also has a hole somewhere here. These ones, this one, they help to lock. You see this. Now you have to insert it here, just carefully, like that, and then you have to slide it, okay, like that, and now it's in. Now if you try to press, you see they move together. They move together. Now also the small one, you just do the same thing. It has this, the same thing I told you. Now this one will differ a little bit from this one, but still it will enter. So this one, this will hang, but it will still grab. Now you see, this is in, and so in most cases they design these stuffs, but what they do normally, because it might take you ages to look for these auxiliaries, that's why most of them they do, you know, standard. But what I've realized is that, you see now, the ABB type of contactor, they are unique, and that's why you see that such auxiliaries for ABB, they cannot really be connected to these other contactors, but these are the model that are most common in all contactors. So any auxiliary that you have, you can just connect it right there. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you very much, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and also if you can share with your friend if you're interested in electrical stuffs. Thank you very much, and God bless.